This is Dolynny TV, guys. A big welcome back to another edition of the Edmonton Oilers franchise mode here in NHL 19. And man, before you see an absolute light them up trade proposal here. So there's a couple of things you have to be careful of here. Barron, he's a defenseman. He's been on our farm this year. He's put up, what, in 49 games, 10 points. He's been a plus 12. He's been a beauty for us. Top 4 D potential. Unfortunately, when you need to make a trade of this caliber for a guy like Artemi Panarin, who's had 23 points, or 23 goals, 31 points, or assists, holy crap, I can't get it going this morning, boys. 54 points total and is on pace for a career year in terms of points in the last few years. That's good. Now, Stuart Skinner. Why would we give up Stuart Skinner? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, Lee Capaduca is coming up and he's 77 overall. Stuart Skinner only 78, and I mean, he really hasn't performed that well. He's won a lot of games, but really hasn't been that great for us. So we're hoping that we can make a trade to get Artemi Panarin, a guy who can play on the top line with Connor McDavid or on the second line, whatever we need with Nugent Hopkins. If Draisaitl is going to be on the second line, let's propose trade, and the trade is rejected. Okay, should have read that. Probably should have read that. But we're going to go and go get the, not rookie goalies, pardon me, skaters matching the block. Not skaters matching the block. Draft picks, boys. Draft picks. And we're going to go give up, right now, one of our third round picks in the Nashville Predators' third round pick. I need this trade to work, and I need it to work now. Trade rejected. We could live with it, you're sending us, but not in this deal. Your offer is woefully insufficient, which I consider value for what you are asking for in return. Okay, so maybe Barron's not the guy. Who's the guy? That's the thing, right? Who do we have to give up in terms of a rookie skater that will make this trade happen? Problem is, we don't have anyone higher rated than Jared Barron. That's a problem. So now, do you look at giving up someone else instead of Marcus Johansson? You've got Kiefer Bellows. So Bellows really hasn't performed for us. Trade him while he's still got value. I see the aspect in that. So let's see if Kiefer Bellows is going to make this trade get done. Trade rejected. Still, your offer to us is filling needs, but the value just isn't where it needs to be at all compared to what we are asked to give up. Okay, so this is a tough trade, right? They aren't making it happen. So let's go see if we can find somebody else that wants to make a trade happen. You see a Jamie Benn, not exactly going to happen. Lowry, not going to happen. Oh man, the Dallas Stars are, I think that was their left wing though. So you've got Svechnikov, Evgeny Svechnikov, not Andre, pardon me. And Florida Panthers, who do they have? They have Mr. Cox, who's kind of lighting it up for them. I mean, 15, 25 points, not bad. Huberdeau, I mean, you can try and go and acquire him. He's exact elite potential. 50 or 500 or like I said, I can't get it going this morning. 38 points on the year, wouldn't be a bad pickup for the lineup, first line forward kind of deal. You see he's a playmaker, so do we really need a playmaker? I guess if we're giving up a playmaker, we can give up a playmaker, and would have less than that amount of players, skaters in the system. Okay, so this is the trade for Huberdeau. Let's see what we can do here. Trade rejected as well, so still not happening for Huberdeau. At that point, I'm going to stand pat. We can't give up the farm just to try and get guys that aren't going to come in and clutch it for us. So now it becomes, what are we going to do in terms of editing the lines and making things work out for us? Johansson on that second line. He's suddenly put up points, so I'm actually going to keep the lines right where they are for right now and see what we can do coming into Calgary and past the trade deadline, because we just need wins. We need to get to 42 wins by the month of March, and we have one game left in February to do that. So let's go the next 5 games and see how that pans out for us against Calgary. Come on, need a big victory here. Olvestead, they're still trying to trade for Olvestead. He's going to be a beauty for us. 4-3 loss there. 2-0 over top of Minnesota. Huge. And against Vancouver, 4-1 loss. So again, the offense doesn't show up. And keep current prices on ticket season stuff. And we got 2 more games. 5-4 shootout loss, 4-2 win. So we go 2-2-1. That's not as bad as it could have been. I actually think that's half decent comparative. You see, we're in a playoff spot, actually only 7 points back of first place in the Pacific right now, and hanging on by 5 points to a playoff spot. You know what, I'll keep this roster going. We'll check stats in just a minute because I think I have a little bit of faith in what we can do in the next 5 games. Come on, 3-2 overtime win, clutching it against Colorado. Need a victory against Toronto, 5-3 loss there. Against Anaheim, 4-1 win. Okay, we're 2-1, 2-2. And against Vegas, need the victory to make it 3-2, boys. Need to make it 3-2 or else we're going to be in hurting territory. And against the scouting ranks, that's what we go to now. You see a lot of top 4. Oh, this Van Allen is a defensive defenseman who's lighting it up in terms of being a defensive defenseman. Mark Edward Vlasic kind of territory, and medium elite potential in 13th overall. Okay, no gems still. No gems. However, we get a shootout win over top of the Vegas Golden Knights. So where does that secure us? That secures us 2 points out of first place or third place in the Pacific, and it secures us a playoff spot by pretty much 3 points. So it's getting sketchy territory now for the boys in copper and blue. Gonna take a look at who's got the points for us so far. Draisaitl 59 points. Boquist continues to put up points, 52. Puljujärvi 47, 44 for Nuge, 43 for Yamamoto, 35 for Mr. Marcus Johansson, 31 for Eggenberger, 19 for Klefbom. McLeod, he's putting up points finally. Pollock, 16 though. 16 for Krebs, 16 for Bellows. And then you've got Nurse with 13 and a couple of guys just sitting in here with low amounts. I mean, Crowder's been an absolute miracle worker. 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points. Atta B, Crowder. Atta B, kid. Coming in and making a big difference on this team. In terms of goalies, that's kind of where we need to hold up, right? 921, 236, and yeah, Stuart Skinner just not getting it done. 898, 293. I don't like those numbers. I don't like them at all. So now what do? Do you go move down Stuart Skinner in favor of Lee Capaduca, or do you hang it out the rest of the year? I think you gotta move down for Stuart Skinner to the AHL, but the problem is I don't know if he's on a one-way contract or not. Yeah, that's the problem. Stuart Skinner is on a one-way deal, and I'm not about to risk losing him again. So for right now, that just ain't worth it, and can't leave the farm without the goalie in my estimation. So we're gonna go keep things going. I like the way the lineups have been rolling, so we'll go another few games here and see exactly what we have left. We have exactly 12 games to go, and we get a victory there, another victory there. Come on, boys, make it 4 in a row, make it 4 in a row. Damn it, that loss to Dallas hurts. That's a tough one to swallow right there. That's a big loss to Dallas. 85 points, still one back of a good playoff spot, and you see we're hanging on by literally 4 points. So it's getting to be sketchy territory at this point of the season. Connor McDavid keeps his point per game streak alive. And now becomes the question, who do you move up, who do you move down? What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move Nuge up to that top line and see what Nuge can do. He's got 47 points in 75 games. He's been awesome. Puljujärvi, well, he's had 49, so we just need some help on that first line to get it going, right? Because McDavid can only do so much in comparison to everybody else. So let's go get into the last couple games of the season here against Arizona. The playoffs are on the line, boys. 3-2 overtime or shootout loss, then a win, then a 5-2 win against Calgary, and we've got a couple games to go. So now it's all Pacific Division foes, all in California, and the question becomes, San Jose can't knock us off, but it is a fight and claw against Anaheim and Los Angeles. You see we're still holding on to that wild card spot. We're all but securing it right now, but we need to go clutch this up right here against Los Angeles and San Jose. That should move us ahead of Los Angeles, hopefully, if we can get both victories against Los Angeles. 3-1, 3-0. Yes, sir. We got it done. We got it done. So now we're 43, 29, and 8. We're a point ahead of Los Angeles. Come on, clutch it up here, boys. Clutch it up. Yes, overtime win. That keeps us a point ahead of them. That's good. That's fine. That's gold. And you see now we sit in third spot. That's good. Now the question becomes, can we knock off Anaheim, and can they lose their next game so as we can get home ice advantage in the playoffs? That is the big question here. We've reeled off quite a few victories in a row here, 5-2. Yeah, we've basically reeled off 5 straight victories, and we need to make it one more to get this season wrapped up. 3-2 loss to Anaheim. So they get the 2nd seed in the Pacific Division. That's unfortunate. But either which way, we've locked it up. Actually, hold on. LA, nope. Based on wins, I think we're going to be fine. I don't think LA can lock us up at all. So that's good to see. It's good to see. Now let's go find out who our playoff partner will be. It's obviously going to be the Anaheim Ducks. We know that. We are pretty sure, pretty confident on that, I would say. Simulate up to this day, and there you go. The Anaheim Ducks for the live stream tomorrow will be our opponent to start off our playoff run. 34-23-8 are the Bakersfield Condors. So that's going to be fun to see what they do. Connor McDavid finishes with 81 points on the year. A hell of a run for him. 67 for Draisaitl, 60 for Boqvist, 54 for Nuge, 53 for Puljujarvi, 48 for Yamo, 39 for Johansson, 37. Bellows all of a sudden goes up to 26, McLeod 20, Krebs 20. Krebs just really not playing good hockey at all. 19, Pollock 18, Kara with 17, good on Kara. Nurse 15, Maximov 14, and you've got Mr. Brett Crowder with 11 points. Bouchard finishes with 6. That's clutch. That's huge. Goaltending wise, let's go check that before we get done this episode and see what we finished with. Well, you know what? Stuart Skinner clutched up in the last couple of games of the year. Got back to a 500 record. Respectable numbers for a rookie, I guess you could say. And 923, 231 for Jonas Korpisalo. The guy is a beauty, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will catch you tomorrow for the playoffs live stream. I am up on out of here.